12 Baylor in the Big 12 championship game. What did you think of the atmosphere? Did it surprise you more Arizona-ish than you thought?
No, I mean, it felt like a road game to us because we were down here playing, and I know it was difficult circumstances for Baylor, but I thought they did the best job that they could. Baylor has an outstanding team. We knew that before we showed up, and we knew that we were going to have to play a really terrific game on our end to have a chance to beat them. And you know what? We weren't good enough. We weren't good enough in a lot of areas. I think those offensive numbers really are striking. You look at our field goal percentage, 3-point field goal percentage. First half, we had 11 turnovers, 5 in the second half. But you know what? 16 for the game. It's too many on the road. But some of it was Baylor's defense, and some of it was us playing away from home on the road against a really good team for the first time. And you know what? We're not always going to be able to shoot the basketball in the first 10, 15 seconds. And when that was taken from us, there were some times when we really executed and maybe we missed a good look. But there was just too many possessions on offense that we weren't able to score. And you know what? When we had a couple good opportunities, I don't know how many we converted either. But it's tough to beat a team with those offensive numbers and 58 points. But I really do respect Baylor a great deal. Not a lot of teams are going to have success against them. And they're an excellent team. And we probably had our opportunities tonight, but we weren't able to get it done.
You guys came back defensively and rebounding-wise. I mean, do you feel like
the
beginning really was just...
Yep. I thought for us, judging us by our standards, we had at times maybe our best performance on defense. I didn't look at them missing, uncontested shots. We did rebound better. We forced 16 turnovers. And we hung in there, to have an opportunity late in the game to have the ball down 2, down 3, whatever it was, 1 or 2 possessions. That's what you really hope can happen on the road. And it was just bizarre how we got to that point because it certainly wasn't because of our offense.
Yeah, you missed like 13 in a row there. I mean, how much of that do you think was just their defense, like you said, or maybe things building?
Certainly they deserve credit. And then, like any coach, I'll know a lot more when I watch it. I would say we probably took some tough shots. And no doubt we missed a couple good ones. I think there one segment there where we were really maybe at our best on offense in the second half. We converted around the basket. Then we missed 2 that were right there as well. But, again, 58 points, and you look at those offensive numbers, tough to win, and tough to win against a really good team. That's probably why the numbers were the way they were.
Chase seemed to suggest early on it was just maybe a little bit of a physical adjustment. Do you feel like maybe
Baylor is a very physical team. They're an excellent offensive rebounding team, and they pride themselves. We obviously did a better job in that area, both in the second half than we did in the first, and also from a year ago. But I think the 2 things against Baylor you have to do is, one, if you could play with 10 or fewer turnovers, because when they turn you over, those guards are really good, and they get out in transition, and it fuels the threes and the layups. And then second is you have to be able to rebound with them, which is no easy task.
Big minutes for Christian today. How were your thoughts on how you performed?
I thought Christian was a real bright spot for our team, and he had one of the most clever behind-the-back passes I've seen a big man have. Blocked 2 shots, played with poise, gave us some much-needed depth inside.
Do you feel like Nico and Josh were limited at all after you did miss them early in the week? I know they came back, but at least their numbers weren't quite normal for them.
I thought both guys did the best they could. It's just a hard situation when you don't practice. It not only is difficult for the individual player who doesn't practice, but it's equally hard for the team because there's a number of things that we're trying to improve on. And, we're early. This isn't March, so we're still building a lot of things, and especially without Stone, we already wanted to do a few things differently. But that's no excuse. It's fact. It is what it is. You want your entire team to be able to go, and they weren't able to go, so we did the best that we could.
First kind of, at least semi-true road game, the way your fans were, but like you said, it felt like a true road game for you guys. Do you feel like anything else you've kind of learned from this going forward?
No, I mean, we had opportunities today, and Offensively, I'm not going to get away from that narrative. If you score 58, you have 15 turnovers, you shoot 11% from three, 2 for 18, you shoot 28% from the floor. I guess the silver lining is we got to the foul line 34 times and we converted 28. That's one thing that we did well. But we also, I thought, in the second half especially, played some really good defense. If you look at Baylor's numbers in the second half, I think that it's probably the biggest struggle they've had this year, I would say, in one half. And we I hope, had a lot to do with that. We played better defense, and we fought hard. We just weren't good enough.
Well, do you feel like of those, some of those offensive, possibly changing anything in the offense, or do you feel like some things just went awry because of the nature of the game today?
Yeah, we just have to be a better overall team with patience and getting deeper into the clock in the half court. It's not always going to be, shot taken in the first 10 or 15 seconds. It's just not. As much as that seems to be the fun narrative, you play against really solid, good teams. Season gets older and grows. Teams improve, play away from home games. You have to be able to score at the end of the clock, and you have to execute. And that's something we're working to get better at for sure.
Still, you had that sort of a 5-point play there. With less than 2 minutes left.
Yep, we had a chance. At that point and, we had a chance. I wish we had a timeout. That could be on me. But so many times, when you're on the road and you're struggling and you're fighting and you're climbing uphill like we were, you just want to give yourself a chance. And maybe a couple of those timeouts gave us a chance. I wish we had one more. But Baylor's a good team, though. Like I said, I couldn't have predicted how the game would go. But if we were here in a hard-fought game and we lost, there's a lot that you can take from it. It's just, I think the path towards getting there was a little bit unique today. And we didn't play well in the first half. We didn't have a lot of confidence on offense. We lost our confidence on offense, and you could really see that with the 11 turnovers, and they were clearly the better team in the first half.